They also broadcast specialized programs from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays covering different genres. Village Radio was opened on April 13, 1984 to commemorate the 21st anniversary of the city of Tornga. The equipment was originally from Radio 1ZD, Tornga, when it became surplus with their shift to a new location. The transmitter, loaned to the station from Radio New Zealand, was the original 1ZB transmitter when it broadcast from Waterview, Auckland, New Zealand. The announcers, technicians, and support staff at Village Radio are all volunteers. Each announcer prepares his or her own program, based on the easy listening format of the 50s to the 90s, from recordings stored at Village Radio. The record library is extensive with some 104,000 plus tracks of music, 50,000 titles, and over 15,000 artists. The tracks are made up of LPs, 45s, 78s, and CDs from the 20s to the 90s. The station only broadcast on Sundays and public holidays, then in 2004 weekday broadcasts began. A new announcer-operated studio was established to save wear and tear on the older control desk, vintage 1953, which uses valves which are hard to come by and expensive. Tornga Village Radio Museum Incorporated is always on the lookout for new volunteers to help with announcing, panel work, technical support and the general running of the station. Village Radio made history in January 2013 by transmitting on equipment designed and built almost 80 years ago. After gathering dust and out of action for 13 years with a burnt-out high-voltage transformer, the old Collins 1 kW transmitter had been repaired and tested. George Stewart is one of 3 former radio technicians who repaired the transmitter. Russ Bain and Neil Walsh worked with George to get the transmitter up and running. It was originally one of 4 transmitters purchased in 1937 by the National, Commercial Broadcasting Service for use by the 4ZB stations. When more modern transmitters were installed, the Little Collins was installed at Pengaro, Anzi, transmitting station, near Te Puke and Dotze. Considering its age, it is in quite remarkable condition and still puts out 900 watts of aerial power, as designed. It is thanks to a grant from the Lotteries Commission, ANZI, and the expertise of a team from a Judea transformer rewinding business that the transmitter had been able to get back in operation. The Collins will be preserved as a backup to the more modern 1 kW Toshiba transmitter, which is run 7 days a week at Village Radio. The transmitter is the only one of its kind known to be working in the world. It is not clear what happened to the other 3 transmitters installed in New Zealand. Village Radio is non-commercial and its income is derived from donations and sponsored time. Listeners may support the station by making a donation of their choice, picking out 20 tunes which will be broadcast, and they also become a friend of Village Radio, entitling them to participate in functions organized by the volunteers.